The Kansas City Chiefs, fresh off a heartbreaking 40-22 Super Bowl LIX loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, are poised to enter the 2025 NFL season with a chip on their shoulder. With Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and a talented roster still intact, the Chiefs remain a powerhouse, but questions loom about their ability to maintain their dynasty amidst salary cap challenges, aging stars, and a competitive AFC. Here are 5 bold predictions for the Chiefs' 2025 season, diving into key players, strategic moves, and potential outcomes that could define their campaign. The Chiefs' first-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, wide receiver Luther Burden III from Missouri, will emerge as a game-changer. After selecting Rashee Rice in 2023 and Xavier Worthy in 2024, Kansas City doubled down on offensive weapons by drafting Burden at number 31 overall. Burden, known for his explosive yards after catch ability and punt return skills, racked up 86 receptions for 1,212 yards and 9 touchdowns in his sophomore year at Mizzou. Bold take. Burden will lead the Chiefs in receiving yards with over 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, surpassing Worthy and Rice. His chemistry with Mahomes will mirror the early days of Tyreek Hill, with Andy Reid designing jet sweeps and screens to maximize Burden's playmaking. By week 8, fans will be chanting his name at Arrowhead, and he'll be a Pro Bowl lock as a rookie. The Chiefs' running game has been solid but unspectacular, leaning heavily on Isaiah Pacheco's bruising style. In 2025, Kansas City addresses a glaring need by drafting Kansas State running back DJ Giddens in the 4th round. Giddens, who set a K-State record with a 6.55 yards per carry average, brings elusiveness and patience to complement Pacheco's power. With no capable running back under contract for 2026, this move ensures long-term stability. Bold take. Pacheco will finally eclipse 1,000 rushing yards, finishing with 1,150 yards and 8 touchdowns, while Giddens adds 700 yards and 5 scores as a change of pace back. The duo will propel the Chiefs to a top 5 rushing attack, reducing the offensive burden on Mahomes, who accounted for 72.5% of the team's yards in 2024. This balanced approach will make Kansas City's offense nearly unstoppable. The Chiefs' 2025 draft class heavily targeted the trenches, with Purdue defensive end Ashton Gillott selected to bolster the pass rush. Gillott, a relentless disruptor with 41 tackles for loss and 26.5 sacks in college, was an atypical pick for Kansas City due to his lack of length but fits Steve Spagnuolo's aggressive scheme. With Chris Jones still anchoring the line, Gillott's role will be to complement the veteran star. Bold take. Gillott will record 10 sacks and 20 pressures, outpacing Jones projected for 8 sacks and supplanting Mike Dana as a starter by midseason. His breakout will ease concerns about the pass rush, which struggled in Super Bowl LIX, and establish Gillott as a cornerstone for the defense moving forward. At 35 years old, Travis Kelce faced retirement rumors after a down 2024 season, though he still managed 84 yards and a touchdown on Christmas Day. With his podcast empire, upcoming film debut in Happy Gilmore 2, and personal commitments, Kelce's future is uncertain. However, his return for 2025, fueled by the Super Bowl loss, will see him defy Father Time one last time. Bold take. Kelce will post 90 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 8 touchdowns, earning his 10th straight Pro Bowl nod. In the playoffs, he'll break his own Super Bowl receiving record set in 2023 with 150 yards in a deep postseason run. However, after leading the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game, Kelce will retire, cementing his legacy as a 7-time All-Pro and 3-time Super Bowl champion. Despite their talent, the Chiefs face a brutal 2025 schedule, including matchups against revitalized AFC foes like the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, and the Texans led by C.J. Stroud. Salary cap constraints, with Mahomes' $66.258 million cap hit and looming free agency for key role players, will force tough roster decisions. Analyst Connor Orr predicts Kansas City will miss the Super Bowl for the next 3 seasons, citing aging stars and financial challenges. Bold take. The Chiefs will finish 12-5, securing a wild card spot, but falling in the divisional round to the Baltimore Ravens, 27-24, after a late Mahomes interception. However, they'll win their wild card game against the Cincinnati Bengals, with Burden scoring a 70-yard touchdown and July sacking Joe Burrow twice. The loss will fuel a major offseason overhaul, including a trade for a veteran offensive tackle to replace Jawan Taylor, whose $20 million cap hit becomes untenable. The Chiefs' 2025 season will be a tale of resilience and transition. With Mahomes and Reed at the helm, Kansas City remains a contender, but the dynasty's cracks, aging stars, cap issues, and rising AFC competition will test their mettle. Burden and Giddens will inject youth into the offense, while Gelat's emergence will bolster Spagnuolo's defense. Kelce's swan song will provide emotional highs, but the Super Bowl drought predicted by Orr may begin. Still, never count out Mahomes, who will be hungrier than ever to reclaim the Lombardi Trophy in 2026. Kansas City. Every NFL season feels like a fresh chapter, but the 2025 campaign for the Kansas City Chiefs may be more like the start of a whole new book. After 3 Super Bowl wins in 6 years and an unprecedented run of AFC dominance, Kansas City enters the 2025 season not as overwhelming favorites, but as defending champs facing a changing league, shifting personnel, and growing questions about their long-term grip on greatness. No lukewarm projections here. These are bold predictions, the kind that stir debate, spark headlines, and just might end up coming true. It's almost unfair how quickly we normalize Mahomes' brilliance. He set an impossibly high bar, to the point where a 4,500-yard, 35-touchdown season seems meh. But here's the reality. Mahomes will enter 2025 with a fully healthy offseason, a revamped receiver group, and the motivation of a man who still hears people doubt him. With Travis Kelce potentially entering his final season and the offensive line reshuffled for better pass protection, expect Mahomes to let it rip, early and often. Bold prediction: Mahomes throws for 5,000-plus yards, 40-plus touchdowns, and reclaims the MVP award in dominant fashion. Pending legal issues aside, if Rashee Rice is active and eligible to play most of the season, don't be surprised if he breaks out in a major way. He showed flashes of #1 potential in 2023 and 2024, with yards after the catch, toughness over the middle, and a growing rapport with Mahomes. With Kelce aging and the receiver room turning over, Rice could quickly become the focal point of the passing game. Especially in the red zone and on crucial downs, Rice has the tools to take over. Bold prediction: Rice finishes with 1,300-plus receiving yards and 10 touchdowns, entering elite WR territory. Here's something that hasn't been said enough. Kansas City's defense may now be its biggest weapon. Led by defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo and rising stars like Trent McDuffie, Nick Bolton, and George Karlaftis. This unit could become the NFL's most suffocating. The return of stud pass rusher Chris Jones, if re-signed, only adds fuel to the fire. If the Chiefs' offense returns to death by 1,000 cuts form, the defense will get plenty of chances to attack one-dimensional offenses trying to play catch-up. Bold prediction. The Chiefs lead the league in sacks and turnovers, ranking top 3 in both scoring and total defense. This might be the most emotionally charged prediction, and the most realistic. Travis Kelce has nothing left to prove. 3 rings. Record-breaking stats. A Hall of Fame arsenal. He's also 35, and for all his postseason heroics, the wear and tear is adding up. 2025 could be his last ride, and he may not announce it until the end. The team knows it. The fans feel it. Kelce's final act could be one of the most emotional storylines of the NFL season. Bold prediction. Kelce plays one last Pro Bowl caliber season, then announces his retirement after a heartbreaking AFC title game loss. Let's stir the pot. Yes, the AFC West is still Kansas City's division. Until it's not. But with Justin Herbert having a breakout year under a new coaching staff, the Broncos showing defensive grit, and the Raiders, well, being unpredictable, the Chiefs might finally get caught slipping during the regular season. Still, they've been here before. They don't need home field advantage to win playoff games. They just need Mahomes and a game plan. Bold prediction. Chiefs go 11-6. Finish second in the division. Then win 3 straight road playoff games to reach Super Bowl LX. Reid will be 67 by season's end. While there's no sense of urgency from the organization, retirement buzz has floated for a few years now. If the Chiefs make another deep run, don't be shocked if Big Red hints at the end of his era or sets a succession plan into motion. Could it be Eric Bieniemy returning to take over? Matt Nagy sliding into the HCC? Or someone entirely new? Bold prediction. Reid stays one more year, announces 2026 will be his farewell season, and sets up the Chiefs' future with Mahomes. Kansas City has quietly nailed their draft classes in recent years, especially on defense. In 2025, watch for a second or third round pick to become an immediate impact player. Whether it's a ball-hawking safety, versatile linebacker, or explosive edge rusher, Spags knows how to plug young guys into big roles quickly. Bold prediction. Chiefs' Day 2 defensive pick makes the all-rookie team and leads the team in takeaways. There will be turbulence in 2025. Age, injuries, a stacked AFC, possibly Kelce's last ride, a hungry Chargers team. But greatness isn't about perfection. It's about adaptation. Final prediction. Kansas City goes 11-6, enters the postseason as a wild card, and makes a dramatic run to Super Bowl LX, where they faced the Detroit Lions in a rematch of 2023's epic opener. Will they win it all? That's a story for February. But one thing's for sure. Never count out the Chiefs, not while Mahomes still breathes.